Hi everyone, my name is Justice. I know you already know that, but just in case you don't. Anyway, today for my public speaking, I've got to tell you a story. So I think I'm going to tell you about Frog and Toad, because that's just an awesome story. So let's see, I'm going to tell you the story of the lost button. So let's see, one day, Frog and Toad went swimming. They had a lot of fun. But then they decided to go home. So they went home. And then Toad realized that there was a button missing on his bathing suit. So, sure enough, he decided to get his button. So they went running back to where they were swimming. And along the way, Frog stopped and there was a button on the ground. And he said, "Toad, is this your button?" Toad says, "No, that button is skinny. My button was fat." And then, so they kept going, but they got tired on the way. So they stopped and sat on a bench. And there was a button sitting on the bench. Frog picked it up and said, "Toad, is this your button?" Toad said, "No, that button is square. My button was round." So they kept running and running. They finally got to the swimming hole. And there was a bunch of buttons on the ground. Frog picked one up and said, "Toad, is this your button?" Toad says, "No, that button has 5 holes. My button had 4 holes." So after looking through all the other buttons, they decided that none of them were Toad's. So Toad was very upset about this because he liked his button. And on their way home, Frog was trying to think of how that they could get Toad's button, or a button to replace Toad's button. But he couldn't think of anything because Toad was very picky about his buttons. When they got home, they were going to walk in the door and get ready to go to bed. And as Toad stepped onto the porch, there right in front of his foot was a button. "Toad," Frog said, "is this your button?" Toad says, "Yes, that was my button. It is round. It has 4 holes and it is fat." So Toad picked up the button and went inside and sewed it onto his bathing suit. Then he gave the suit to Frog. The end.